Hi, guys. I am Mellie with Wonderlux Real Estate, and you're on our podcast, Falling in Love with Tacoma, episode 6. I'm a Tacoma native, and I've been a realtor here since 2015. A lot of what I love about this work comes from the neighborhoods, the city itself, the people, the homes, and all the little details that make this place what it is. And I'm here with Kirsten today. She's the behind the scenes at Wonderlux, and she's going to be the one asking questions. Today's episode is going to be about Stadium District, one of Tacoma's most iconic neighborhoods. The architecture, the views, the walkability, the high school. There's a reason people fall in love with it, and there's a lot more to it than what you see on a listing. So without further ado, I'm going to give the mic over to Kirsten.
Alrighty, Mellie.
Mm-hmm.
What's special about Stadium to you?
Ooh, Stadium is so special to me for multiple reasons. I would say my kids go to high school there, and that's been great. You know, everyone always says, "Oh, is that where the movie's at?" And you're like, "Yes."
What, for anyone who doesn't know, what movie?
10 Things I Hate About You. And it's just a beautiful school. So every time I get on my health kick, I like to do the stairs at Stadium because they kick your booty, and it's such a beautiful view. Like, I'll never get tired of it. It still takes my breath away. It's absolutely gorgeous. The building itself is gorgeous. Another really important thing is not a lot of people will know, but during a hard period in my life when I was going through divorce, I got to rent a apartment, um, an attic apartment over on North C Street, right in Stadium. And I'm nestled in between all these, multi-million dollar homes in a Victorian. And it was a nest. It was our cave. It was a place that really I will have a very fond, even my kids have a very fond memory when we talk about it of that home and kind of what it did for us. And I loved going for walks in the neighborhood. And it's one of the neighborhoods that I always say one day I'm gonna own a home there. I know I say that in a couple neighborhoods, so we'll see which one I end up landing in. But yeah, it's a pretty special place. If you live there, you're pretty lucky, and we would love to sell your house.
When you were in the attic, what did you have a view?
Yes. So in my attic window by my bed was this little window that overlooked the port. So I got to see the port of Tacoma and the water, and I also got to see the most beautiful sunrises every morning. So I got to wake up to these birds singing, and that's kind of when I really realized how important birds were to me. They bring me so much happiness. The sound that they make in the morning, the red, you know, sunrise light in the morning, and then even during the seasons there, every time I would look out that window, it would be I got to see snow, I got to see rain, I got to see the sunshine. It was pretty phenomenal, and I sometimes look back at pictures of it, and it was a great chapter of my life.
Tell me a little bit about the walks.
Yes.
Like, how describe the neighborhood of Stadium.
Stadium is great for walks because you have hills, which are great for walking, so it can so you get a little bit more heart rate up. And then you get to see so many beautiful houses. They have a mixture of Victorians, like mini mansions. I mean, you're seeing the 1920s boom that happened in Tacoma. Like, a lot of these homes are just jaw dropping, Rust mansions right around the corner. And we have even some modern new ones that are even those ones are very beautiful. Like, we don't hate new houses. Like, yes, our niche is, the historic homes, but we also still love good architecture, and we love good craftsmanship. And if we can see that even in new houses, we definitely love it. And Stadium has so many different types of houses that you can choose from.
So, who do you think the perfect Stadium District buyer is? AKA, who would be the happiest living there?
I definitely would say some of my favorite people in Stadium are a little eclectic. We're all a little artistic. I see a lot of engineers, architects, even my super cool naturopathic doctor who's engineer minded. He's lives in the Stadium area. I'm not gonna say who, but he knows who he is. And yeah, I think Stadium's a great place for a very creative mind.
What should someone know when they're moving to Stadium? What are the pros and the cons?
Ooh, I don't even want to say the cons because there really aren't that many.
So what just yeah.
I would say, okay, cons. Kind of your options for grocery stores is Stadium, Thriftway, which I love. At the same time, like sometimes I need more options. So then you can go over to Safeway in Proctor District. I drive around Tacoma a lot, so I'm all over the place, right? But if you like are the type more that likes to be by home, your options are Stadium, Thriftway, or the Hilltop Safeway. So it kind of just depends on your preference there. And then, what are the other cons? I do tell some people like when they're wanting to live in North Tacoma and they are really big about quiet neighborhoods that Stadium can start to lean more towards the more urban feel. So there might be more busyness. Sometimes on certain streets, there could be more car break ins when you're near like some of the main roads. And so don't leave valuables in your car. Uh, yeah, so it kind of depends again. It goes back to lifestyle, like what is important to you, what period or chapter you're in your life. And Stadium can either amplify it, or it might not be the right fit.
Is there a pro that you want to add to that list that you haven't touched on already?
Pro. I mean, it is one of my favorite areas because to me, you are like one foot in the North Tacoma area and then another foot in, heading downtown Tacoma. And so to me, it's very ideal for location of being able to be a part of the Tacoma community. Um, and then there's other way, like we talked about on our Proctor, you know, podcast, is that there is a Tacoma community there too. It just there are going to be slight differences on feel and we can drive around and get to know it and I can show you some different stores to go to or restaurants or coffee shops and even just going for a walk and going for drives. I usually like even the last one I was like, why don't you guys walk to the elementary school? And then they did that and they got to see on both houses which walk they liked more each morning because that's going to be something they do for 5 or 6 years, right? So um, that fit their lifestyle. So it kind of just again depends on each buyer.
Let's say someone just moved to Stadium.
Yes.
They don't know where to get coffee,
Hmm.
breakfast, lunch, dinner, where to shop, and they don't know which parks are the best. What do you recommend?
Yes. So
Start with coffee.
we all know my heart broke when Art House Cafe closed, and
What
I'm
did you
still
love
not over
about
it.
it?
Uh, I
Why
would
would
say Art House Cafe was like the birth where the Wonder brand was born because I would meet Jake and Johan there, and we would do a lot of our branding meetings. And then it was a spot where I was like, I could either pay monthly for an office or I could go to Art House and work there. And sometimes I got to work upstairs. And yeah, it was the environment there, the way it felt in there, the lighting, um, all of it really, really came together to be a very inspiring. Anyway, we're going on to what's open and we're not going to like go
right.
down this rabbit hole. So
So
let's,
what's your new favorite coffee shop in
yes,
Stadium?
I would say definitely check out La Salle Bistro because it's such a vibe and they have coffee and you can sit on the patio and have breakfast or dinner on Wednesday through Sunday. I also love Indo-Asian eatery. They have the best mango rice pudding and spring rolls. So there are options for Stadium. You can always go to Hobnob, which is kind of, when you're leaning into 6th Avenue. Uh, Wrights Park is right around the corner. Again, you can utilize Stadium stairs. You might have to climb the fence. I don't know if that's legal, so I don't know if I should be like advertising that, but I'll let you and your conscience decide.
I feel like we did that at my high school. People would go run the stairs.
Yes. So, yes, you should. It's good for you. It's healthy.
How about for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? I know you could have breakfast, lunch, or dinner at LaSalle,
Yes.
and it's gorgeous. But how about your favorite breakfast, lunch, or dinner spot specifically?
I would say breakfast LaSalle, lunch would be Indo-Asian
Mhm.
eatery, and then dinner, I would say, I'm trying to figure out if that constitutes as downtown or Stadium because like the lines between these areas, like The web can be ruthless on what I think is stadium, and then other people are like, that's not stadium. And I'm like, I know. I've only lived here since 1990, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where all the lines are. And that's okay. Uh, Dinner. There's not a lot of restaurants in stadium. Just a lot of living.
Yeah. And you could still have LaSalle and say that
Indo Asian eatery.
Indo-Asian eatery.
Watch, I'm probably saying that wrong now.
You could have dinner there
Now I'm
too.
second guessing myself. Yes. There was a ramen place. I'm not sure if the ramen place is still open. That was good. There's also Shake Shack.
What can
Yes.
you get at Shake Shack?
Burgers.
Yeah. If someone's looking to move to Stadium,
Yes.
what's the one piece of advice you'd leave them with?
You should let me help you. Um, yeah, I would say, oh, the world is your oyster. And if you're going to live in Stadium, I definitely would say know what street you want to live on, what streets you don't want to live on. Like if you are okay being on a main road or not on a main road. Do you want to be closer to the north end and north slope, or do you want to be closer to downtown? Um, and that's something that we can get to know together if you're not from this area. If you are from this area, then you might know even more than me. And so let's have fun and scope out your dream historic home. And then you can tell me all about how amazing your life is there. If you're starting to think about buying or selling in the Stadium District, I'm always here as a resource. And if you want to start a conversation, the client questionnaire is in our bio. So we'll see you on the next one.